How's pre-season been?
Yeah, good. Obviously, probably missed a fraction of it. The boys have been working hard before I got back, but yeah, it's been good. It was cold yesterday at Merchant Taylors, but yeah, there's been a good block of work done by all the boys.
New head coach, a man you know very, very, very well. He seems to have settled into the role brilliantly because it all happened quite quickly, didn't it? With Vikram going off to the IPL, but he seems to have settled into the role brilliantly so far.
Yeah, definitely. I think if there was always going to be a role that would end up suiting Gareth Batty, it was certainly having a coach's tracksuit on and being in amongst it. Obviously, the head coach might have come a little bit sooner than he expected, but having said that, I think he's been brilliant. His energy around the room, his knowledge of the game. He was only captain in last year in our 2020 side. That sort of transition, I think he's loving it, I think. So, yeah, the energy around the place is excellent.
Yeah, how good is it for you as well to have him as head coach? As I say, it's a guy you know very well, a guy you played under, a guy you played with. He knows the way you operate and you know the way he operates.
Yeah, really good. Obviously, I was Bats's vice for a few years and playing with him before, and he probably won't remember, about a decade ago he told me if you worth your salt as a batter in county cricket you average over 40, and I've tried my best to do that since. So little does he know that he's had that effect on my career right at the start, but yeah, it's obviously a great dynamic to work in.
And going into the season, I think it's fair to say the last 2 years have been tricky. With COVID, for everybody, they've been tricky. How good has it been to actually have a proper pre-season and go into the season with the weight of practice under your belt?
Yeah, definitely. I think the lads were, because of that, they were back hitting. Vic had them hitting and bowling and that sort of stuff a lot earlier than we normally would have done. I think that's proved a really good thing. The guys have got some really good work done with bat and ball and some fielding stuff. And also, obviously, physically over the winter and pre-season, they've been able to get themselves in really good shape. So hopefully we can hit the ground running. Yeah,
a lot of talk about the schedule. I don't want to get into that. All I will say to you, though, is you know what's coming up, don't you? You know what's coming up first 6 weeks of the season. It's Championship cricket, which gives you the chance to just focus on the Red Bull stuff for those 6 weeks as a squad and a team.
Yeah, definitely. That's probably the only time in the season where you get a decent block of planning. But as you know, pre-season generally tends to throw up a few injuries and that sort of stuff. So there'll be a few bumps along the road before you get there. But like you say, 6 games back to back to focus on Championship cricket is a good thing.
Need to get off to a good start. That is, it's an obvious thing to say, but we saw it last summer, didn't we? You need to hit the ground running, don't you?
Yeah, I think traditionally as well with the Championship stuff, if someone who picks off a decent start and goes well early, they tend to be in and amongst it come the back end of the season. So it's the way to go. Hopefully we can do that. We've got 2 games here in the first 3, so hopefully we can get ourselves off to a good start.
The impression I get as well is you've got a hungry squad at the moment for various reasons, but you've got a very, very hungry squad at the moment, haven't you?
Yeah, definitely. I think not that many guys have been away in the winter that have trained in this block. They've got a decent block of work in here, and they're obviously hungry to get out and get back in amongst it out in the field. And then you've got guys coming back in that have probably got a point to prove and pushing that way. So it's an interesting mix in the squad. It's definitely got a little bit younger. Mm-hmm. Being the oldest member of the first 2 pre-season games of the year was a change of pace, I have to say. I still think of myself as one of the youngsters, so that's changed slightly. But yeah, like you say, hungry squad, and they're looking forward to get going.
Yeah, two players I just want to ask about. Dan Morrell, when he arrives, we know what he's about, and he's a great signing. Kemar as well. Now, Kemar last year, I've never known anyone come into the club and become like a cult hero the way Kemar did, but also the skill he brought with the ball. It's great to get him back for the start of the season, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. You don't really need to say much about what he does as a cricketer. It's quite obvious. His control, what he bowls with, his ability, spoken about. But how he was as a person around our group, the little snippets he tried to pick off and pass on to the younger lads, and how he led that bowling attack. Yeah, it's really good to have him back and getting him in amongst it.
Yeah, and how much are you looking forward to being in charge? Obviously you have been for the last couple of years, but as I say, it's been a strange old couple of years really. How much are you looking forward to being in charge again, and especially at the start of the season?
Yeah, definitely. It's been nice to get around the group again. Obviously within the period from a few years ago and bubbles and those sort of things, we've actually had quite a decent turnover of the squad, and there's obviously, you know, a younger feel to it, and probably guys I don't know as well as I have done in the past. So yeah, just really looking forward to getting back into it. I've enjoyed my time being back, and hopefully we can get the ground running.